The Ebella and the eVitara are like two twin sisters who just stopped talking to each other. They went to the same school, they were raised by the same parents, they lived in the same house, but they went to different beauty parlors. Japanese are incredibly disciplined about punctuality, and so it's extremely surprising that they were among the last people to arrive in the Indian EV market with the Maruti Suzuki eVitara. But then it does not end there, because this is the latest and the last of the Japanese manufacturers to offer an EV in India. This is called the Toyota Urban Cruiser Ebella. That's Ebella or Ebella, not Ebola. And today we are here to tell you how this is different from the Maruti Suzuki eVitara. And so this will be an extremely short video. As kids these days would say, Maruti Suzuki and Toyota are being extremely sus because they are not giving us any reasonable amount of information for both these cars. We don't know the power, torque, specs, length, ground clearance, nothing. So all of it is based on the figures that we have from the UK website where the eVitara is sold. That said, from the outside, without a brochure, the immediate thing that is different between the Urban Cruiser Ebella and the eVitara are the headlights and the tail lights. In all other regards, wheel size, body panels, shape, silhouette, size, proportions, all of that, both cars are identical. Although I must say, this one has a nice shade of red. There are two ways to describe the interior. The first is to tell you that they have used good materials throughout and invested in a layout that is not distracting to the driver at all. And they have also provided several storage options also. The second way is to tell you that it is exactly the same as the eVitara. The only thing they have changed is the badge on the steering wheel. The story is exactly the same in the second row too. We have AC vents down here, two charging ports. The sunroof does not extend all the way back, and the seating is a bit awkward. It's a knees up position, not a lot of thigh support, actually none at all. This seat is set to my height, so a lot of room in the knee room and headroom area. Actually just about for somebody who's 6'1" tall. There is space to put a bottle over here, but then since this thing folds down, I can see the body the luggage I put in the boot earlier. Let's be real here, no Indian family other than a military household is going to be organized when arranging the boot space. This is what it looks like after driving around a little bit, and it's a fair amount of space. 3 of these can sit down here with the parcel tray of 1 more row on top, again identical to the eVitara. The Ebella and the eVitara are like two twin sisters who just stopped talking to each other. They went to the same school, they were raised by the same parents, they lived in the same house, but they went to different beauty parlors. That's why one looks very different from the other, but the character is the same. This thing drives exactly the same way. It has the same ride quality also. And just to remind you, that means that the suspension, yes, it is set up slightly on the stiffer side like most European cars, but as you go over a bad road, it is easily noticeable that the tuning of the suspension is set more towards comfort than being outright sporty. And that is what I like about the Ebella and the eVitara. It makes sense to a lot of families. Performance is also the same, and it's something I really like about this car because unlike EVs, it does not have that instant acceleration. It's more of a gradual curve. So it's easy to get familiar with this car, especially if you're moving away from an ICE vehicle into an EV. That's why this car and the eVitara are both very friendly for first-time EV owners. In a nutshell, it is easy for you to like both sisters, but when you end up choosing one of them, you end up choosing one of them based on how they look. And that's it. It's as simple as that. After spending the entire video telling you that the eVitara and the Ebella are exactly the same, if I gave this car a different rating, I'd look like a fool. And for that reason, I must give this a 10 out of 10, while also letting you know that we're giving that rating because this is an excellent family car. It's a very practical solution, but not a sporty offering. One thing that you should note is that we see Maruti Suzuki taking a lot of effort to install eVitara type chargers around the country and expand the charging network. We see no similar effort from Toyota right now. Yesterday during the press conference, Toyota told us that they have tied up with major players like ChargeZone and Jio for the charging network to their customers, and of course, they should be able to use the eVitara networks also. Otherwise, there seems to be nothing really wrong with the Ebella because you can tap into the Maruti network as well. So it's just a question of what do you prefer in terms of styling, because that is the biggest difference between the Ebella and the eVitara.